So, leaving Katavi National Park, we had a long day of hard driving through spectacular scenery.
We got some slow-moving traffic here. Wow, look at those horns. Those little baby goats. Okay guys, so it's been a long day's drive. Back over to the Rift Valley. You can see the DRC just across the lake that's disappearing from view. And we have how many k's left?
30-ish.
Around 30 k's left to go. Auntie. I'm your auntie?
I'm your auntie.
No, I got some mangoes. Look, I brought the mangoes. Oh, no. No, wait. How much is the coconut? How much is that? Boku. One? One coconut? Okay. One. Okay. Okay, so I need one more. I don't know, maybe I get one of here. No, this one. Which one did I buy from before? I didn't get yours. It has to be ripe ones. Are they good? Okay, take this one. Okay, so that was pretty fun. So we got all these mangoes, like one bag, like 21 cents US. I hope that they're good. And we got a coconut, so that's really fantastic.
So we're here in Ujiji, Tanzania, right next to Kigoma. And for Stanley, this is a really important spot. So here on the side, Stanley is named after this guy, Henry Morton Stanley. And the famous quote is Dr. Livingstone, I presume. And that happened here, right here. This is the spot where in 1871, Henry Morton Stanley, a young reporter and aspiring explorer, came out here to look for David Livingstone, the most famous explorer in the world, who was missing, or they hadn't heard from him in months. And this is where it happened, right at this spot. So we're going to go in and see what the museum is like. Come along.
The immutable face of Dr. David Livingstone.
Yeah.
During the Livingstone time,
Yeah.
the lake shore was up to here.
Ah, so the lake was higher in the past.
The water of the lake have been receding as he has gone. Livingstone arrived here in 1869,
Yeah.
March. The time the Livingstone, Ujiji was a small town.
Yeah.
Not Kigoma. Kigoma was the forest. Kigoma.
So it was just forest.
Yeah,
There was nothing there.
Kigoma had bring the time the Germans,
Yes.
not the time the Arabs.
Yeah.
Ujiji was the center. The slave trade from Congo, from Burundi, was the start here. Ujiji
Yeah.
left me Bagamoyo. After
Yes.
Bagamoyo in Zanzibar.
Yeah.
The Zanzibar was big the seven, the market in the East Africa.
Yeah.
Here, where you see this is the monument. Before this is the monument, was there was mango tree of Mangfera spice, under which Stanley met David Livingstone.
So what did Stanley say to Livingstone?
Wait a moment.
You were laughing too much.
Okay. One day, Livingstone had no food and the other provision, and he was resting in his tent here. One of his servants came shouting, "A British is coming, a British is coming." Mzungu anakuja.
Yeah, Mazungu, Mazungu.
Livingstone was there. He said, never ascended curiously. He saw a white man coming from the bar. He's in a caravan. So he headed to stand under the shadow of the mango tree, which then stood here. Stanley arrived and they greeted to Livingstone by saying, Dr. Son, I presume.
Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Presume. And that's why we're here. Because we are driving our car. Our car is named Stanley.
Oh,
Yeah, you can see the picture of
the Stanley.
Henry Morton Stanley is on the side of our camper. So
Okay. Their meeting took place on 10th November 1871. After their meeting, they had a talk. Stanley had convinced Livingstone to return to Europe, but did not agree. Finally, in December 1871, immediately after Christmas, they left Ujiji for Tabora. Livingstone was left there, and Stanley went back to the coast, where he proceeded to Europe. In August 1872, Livingstone left Tabora for Chitambo. In Zambia, where he met his death of malaria on 1st May 1873. Doctors made the journey to Africa for the following reasons. First, he wanted to explore Africa, its rivers, lakes, and they took the Source River, Nile. Secondly, he wanted to make an open path for commerce and Christianity. Thirdly, because he had already seen the evil of the slavery, he wanted to be abolish slave trade.
these are the two mango trees from.
They were grafted from the original.
They came from the original tree.
1927.
1927. Wow.
And this is the monument, the building in 1927, 27 after
That's
the
incredible.
death, the mango tree. This is the 24.
Let me see this mango tree.
It's a very elegant, simple, classical plaque.
So here's a great map of some of the explorations of famous explorers in that time, Western explorers. Burton and Speke and Grant, Livingstone, Stanley, Cameron, Stanley, Thompson, Teleki, and then Stanley again. But if I'm not mistaken, Stanley started here on the coast, made his way up through the center, poked around here looking for Livingstone, and then retreated and came back to Ujiji. And here it was that he found Livingstone under the mango tree, right here.
I know, it's pretty cool. And there they are. Look at this.
There they are.
And that's the same hat that he's wearing in the picture on our vehicle, on Stanley. So Stanley.
Except that this, I think, is Livingstone because he's got the white hair, and this is Stanley because he's a young man. If I'm not mistaken.
Maybe.
So, that was actually surprisingly emotional. It was very, very, very interesting. And so there's sort of three things here. Up there, you just see it, is the descendants of the original mango tree under which Livingstone and Stanley met, and that white stone monument that you could just about see. And then here, the museum telling the story of Stanley and Livingstone. And then here, where we're standing, would have been actually under the lake. Because Lake Tanganyika recently has been rising, the water levels, but they were much higher in the 1870s and dropped quite a lot. And so up there, that hill was essentially the edge of the water, and that's where Livingstone was sitting when Stanley arrived. And then here, last thing, not part of the museum, but a big part of our life. Henry Morton Stanley, our camper.
Yeah.
There's our man, Morton Stanley. Here's his explorations, our explorations. And I'm really, really glad that we finally made it to this.
Put your
place
finger
that was
right
so
on this,
important.
right on that rift.
right there.
Right there, okay.
There's Lake Tanganyika, where we are right now. Almost halfway across from the Indian Ocean to the Atlantic, in the very, very heart of Africa.
So that's it for our visit to the Livingstone and Stanley Museum in Ujiji. It was fantastic and very important for our journey. Please join us next week as we keep poking around Kigoma. I hope you enjoyed our video. Bye!